What's going on, team? Coach here with another video. In today's video, one of these days I'm going to practice what I'm going to say before I get on camera. It's completely pitch black behind me because I just moved into a new place, just bought my first house. Big milestone for me. It's pretty proud of myself, proud of my wife, proud of my family. And we have nothing set up, so I'll show you guys a little bit of what my setup is looking like right now. I have my wife's old DIY desk. On that I have my work computer, and then I have my personal Mac, and that's it, and a little ring light that I just set up. So if you haven't seen it yet, make sure you check out the time I met Michael Jackson. It's my last video that we just put up. I will put a card right here, and it was pretty funny. Myself and Dwayne Mitty Lord Summers go over our encounter when we met Michael Jackson, and we got to hang out with him and Chris Tucker. One of the most memorable nights in my life, definitely a pinnacle in my musical career. So make sure you watch that. Alright, I recently did this song right here. This is What's Going On. This is a remake that I did with two friends of mine. One is J.R. Theory, as you can see up at the top here, and another one is Jose Habanero. Amazing bassist. J.R. Theory is a DJ, producer, and keyboard player, both producers, and I'm blessed to have amazing, talented friends. However, this basically is going to go over the artwork, how I came up with What's Going On. So some people outsource their artwork. I do not outsource my artwork. I take joy in actually creating something artistically aside from what we do in the computer musically. I feel like it's just an outlet, and I do a little bit of design, but nothing professional. No, I don't use Photoshop. No, I don't use Pixlr. And the secret weapon that I use is, drum roll please, Canva. Canva.com. If you guys have not familiarized yourself with Canva, it is a tool. Originally it was a tool just for marketers, right? And they have all kind of templates. If you're looking for, well, let's just jump right in and I'll show you. This is the final draft. What's going on? I didn't want to put just Coach only because I feel like the people who worked on the song with me deserve their credit. And you only get so much room there on a square image, which is how you're going to upload these to most platforms, including Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, whatever. So why not take full advantage and use it to give people their credit where credit's due? And well, we're going to work this out one way or another. This video over here gave out. So the way I like to start out, something blank, just what's going on. This is literally off of a template here. I don't know which template it was. And I evolved from just these words here, what's going on, all black, all white. And I went on to this right here. This was pretty tough to make. I don't understand what was so difficult about it. Obviously this didn't line up right, and I just didn't think in the end people would get it. I don't really care if they get it. I'm doing it for me, but it wasn't fully how I felt. It wasn't fully how I felt. But that's where my thought process was, at least at that time. Moving on from here, this is pretty much the same. It just got a little cleaner. I was able to line the A up a little better, and yeah, but it's pretty much the same idea. However, a day later I found this picture, and this right here just shocked me so hard. You know, the police on one side and this girl's face on the other. Her face, man, her expression is so powerful. Her expression is so powerful to me. And not just her. Look at the different races we have standing behind her. Right? So we have blue on one side and literally all the other colors of the rainbow to the right. But her face just showed me pride and power and strength. And there was something about this woman that really, really resonated with how I felt. Knowing that I wanted to use this photo in something. I knew I had to use this photo at this point in time. And I pretty much scratched what I had before with the whole half black, half white thing. This would have been very simple to do and put out. But I felt like I had mixed feelings about it. It just didn't really express how I felt. she expressed the passion. Her strength was what spoke to me. So then I got to this. And I think this was a great start here with what's going on when we have the letter masking, right? Takes a little while to do in Canva. This is kind of what I would consider one of the more advanced techniques, even though overall this is not an advanced technique. Doing it here is extremely simple. However, if you're new to Canvas, you may have to think 2 or 3 times on how to do this, how to accomplish this. But this was really good. This was one of the ideas I liked. Cool. But what I was thinking to myself, I think at this point was, from a distance, and you always have to keep in mind from a distance, typically someone's going to see a thumbnail about this big, extremely small. Most things are viewed on a mobile device, and if they're not viewed on a mobile device, if they are viewed on a computer, it's alongside with 5 or 6 other thumbnails, and so you're not going to view it very big at all. Like this, I could read it, but between what's going on in the sky and the all-white background, I didn't think it popped enough. So I ended up moving on from this all-white was going on to the next one, which is this one right here. And like this, I took some shapes. As you can tell, there's this white stripe that goes on in the background, another white stripe. I wanted to use the colors red, white, and blue. So I chose red, white, and blue. I put some smoke in the background. The smoke helped the letter G pop, because once I turned off the smoke, G kind of just falls into the background, and so do a couple other things. With it there, some of these extra letters down here, the N, the O, the G, those things pop out a little more. And I really liked it, but then I said, why don't I just use a regular American flag? And I wasn't trying to go for anything patriotic, but it's just like, if I'm going to use red, white, and blue, I'm using an abstract version of the American flag, because to me, things aren't how they should be. And I feel like a lot of things are taken out of context. And you know what? I would apologize for this being a little more of my beliefs right now, but it's my channel. And if you don't like it, click to the next channel. Simple as that. Me as an artist, I'm just trying to express myself. I felt like this was very literal, and this was an abstract version of the flag, which is what I did intentionally, showing that things are out of order. When I have these 3 in my sight, I'm thinking, okay, the white one's cool, but I can't distinguish all the letters. So now I'm between this one with the American flag and this one with an abstract version of the flag. And in the end, the abstract version I didn't want to go with, so I think I ended up running with the American flag. This version has no flag whatsoever, which ended up being quite a cool version. I really liked it. I think in the end I got rid of the abstract, and I now have upgraded, and my decisions are now like, okay, do I go with no flag at all, or do I go with the American flag background, which are the difference between these two. At this point, I also added these little dots here to go over the what's going on. These dots just gave it a little bit of texture. To me, it made the top of the letters just pop a little bit more, because even though they're all white here, it's just something extra to stand out. And I'm tossed between the no flag and the flag. On this one, I decided that I cartoonized the actual picture itself. This is a filter that I put on it. I cartooned it. So here are the two side by side. As great as the regular one was, cartoonizing it made it pop even a little bit more from the background. And even though this isn't the best cartoonization of it, it still was enough to be able to pop more from the background and be able to read the letters more. Alright, so here it is regular, but in this one I cartooned it, and it just, the extra saturation in colors made me want to go with it cartoonized. And now it's all starting to come together. At this point, I realized what are the elements that I really do enjoy that really speak to me, that really represent how I feel and what the song represents to me. And I'm starting to put all the pieces together. I know I want to keep the American flag. I know I want the cartoon version of things. I know I want this little texture up here at the top. I realized that the texture was on top of giving everyone props. I think here, the last one, I pulled it all together. Between the smoke, the American flag, what's going on. Also, aside from the cartoonizing that I did, I also added a white drop shadow. So here, no drop shadow, here, drop shadow. And I made sure the names were in front of any kind of textures or any kind of effects. I also brought down the smoke some. So I always, at the end, like to view my progress from where I started, and I started way over here with this what's going on, just totally blank with letters. And by the time it finished, when I just stand back and look at these, is this one. This one pops out most to me. And so this ended up being the final version of the cover. To sum it all up, Marvin Gaye, first of all, he's one of my favorite performers of all time, one of my favorite singers of all time, one of the greatest voices of his era, and still eras past him. And he came out with this song during a time when people were in need of love and a hug and sharing and peace. And the song speaks the truth about what's going on in the time. I feel like the song has always spoken to me about peace, love, and unity. And I hope my version speaks to you about peace, love, and unity. And until the next time, this is your friendly neighborhood coach, out.